Now we are going to discuss another possibility, that is shutdown decision rule, where a profit maximizing firm should continue to operate if its operating loss is less than its fixed costs. Cost of shutting down is the revenue loss is equals to total revenue. So the benefit of shutting down is the cost savings, which is equals to variable cost, in which the firm must still pay a fixed cost in short run. So the cost of shutting down is the revenue you forgo, and benefit of shutting down is the cost savings. Now firm will shut down if total revenue is less than variable cost. What you are making as a business is less than the variable cost in short run. So shut down the firm here. So we can divide both sides by Q to get a per unit of revenue versus total cost. So if total revenue per unit produced is less than the variable cost per unit produced, every time you produce one more unit, your variable cost is higher than revenue you produce. You are actually costing yourself more money by continuing to produce more units. So in this case, firm's decision rule is to shut down if price is less than average variable cost, and firm will decide to continue operating as long as price is greater than or equal to average variable cost. Now in this diagram we are going to explain comparative firm's short run supply curve. There are three curves here: average total cost curve, average variable cost curve, and marginal cost curve. Firm's short run supply curve is that portion of marginal cost curve which is above the minimum point of average variable cost. This is the minimum point of average variable cost, and the portion of marginal cost which is above this minimum point of average variable cost is known as firm's short run supply curve. If price is greater than average total cost here, then firm will continue to produce at a profit. And if the price is greater than average variable cost, this one is average variable cost curve. So if the price is greater than average variable cost, firm will continue to produce in the short run because it is covering variable cost here. But if price is less than average variable cost curve, this portion, then the firm will shut down at this point. So if the price is less than average variable cost, that means below average variable cost, then here at this point firm will shut down. Okay, now we have drawn four conclusions from this diagram. That is the portion, first one is the portion of marginal cost curve that lies above the average variable cost is the comparative firm's short run supply curve. Second is, if price is greater than average total cost, then firm will continue to produce at profit. Third conclusion is, if price is greater than average variable cost, firm will continue to produce in short run, and it will remain in business and produces and supplies goods in the market. And the last one is, if price is less than average variable cost, then the firm will shut down. Now we are going to discuss firm's long run decision to enter or exit a market. In long run, firm exits if the revenue it would get from producing is less than its total cost. That means firm will exit if total revenue is less than total cost. Again, dividing both terms, that is total revenue and total cost, by Q, that is quantity, to get the average revenue and average cost. So here again, firm will exit if average revenue is less than average cost, and here if price is less than average total cost, then firm will shut down. On the other hand, a firm will enter the market if such an action would be profitable. For example, a firm will decide to enter the market if total revenue is greater than total cost. Again, dividing both terms by quantity to get the average revenue and average cost, and here the firm will enter if price is greater than average total cost. Looking at this diagram, we can see comparative firms' long-run supply curve. On x-axis quantity is measured and on y-axis cost is measured. So here the portion of marginal cost which is above the average total cost is known as competitive firms' long-run supply curve. This portion of marginal cost curve which is above average total cost curve is known as firm's long-run supply curve. Firm will enter if price is greater than average total cost curve. Now look here, this is the average total cost curve, and if price is greater than average cost curve, then firms will enter the market. In long run, we can say that if price is less than average total cost curve, this portion where price is less than average cost curve, then firm will exit the market. So in long run, we can say that firms who are facing loss, they will exit the market. But on the other side, if firms are earning profit in short run, then in long run, more firms enter the market and the profit is distributed among new and existing firms, and all the firms start earning normal profit where total revenue is equals to total cost, and firms operate at this point and profit of the firm is maximum here. Since all the firms are earning normal profit in long run, so the supply curve of the firms in long run is horizontally sloped. So here we are going to talk about firm in profit and firm with loss. In figure A, where profit of a firm is shown, the minimum point of average total cost is below the average revenue curve. This one. The profit maximization condition is marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue at this point. So you have to draw marginal cost curve in such a way that it intersects marginal revenue curve at this point here. Below the intersection point of marginal revenue and marginal cost curves, we find average total cost and total revenue of the firm. This one. This is the average total cost and the total revenue of firm. The difference between total revenue and total cost is the maximum here. So the firm is so you can say that firm is earning profit, that is shown by this shaded area. This shaded area is the profit which the firm is earning here. Now looking on the other side where loss is shown, in order to show the loss, average total cost curve must be above average revenue curve, and the loss of the firm is shown by this shaded area. Now the next slide is of market supply with a fixed number of firms. For any given price, each firm supplies a quantity of output so that its marginal cost equals marginal price. The market supply curve reflects individual firms' marginal cost curve. In short run, the supply curve is that portion of marginal cost which is above average variable cost, and in long run, the portion of marginal cost which is above average total cost is the supply curve of the firm. So if we add the individual supply curve, we get the market supply curve, which is shown in figure B here, which is where the supply curve is horizontal to quantity. The long run market supply with entry and exit. In the long run, firm will enter or exit the market until profit is driven to zero. In long run, price equals the minimum of average total cost, so the market supply curve is horizontal at this price. And the long run equilibrium must have firms operating at their efficient scale as well. Again, coming to this slide, in figure A, we have marginal cost curve, average cost curve, and revenue curve. Marginal cost curve intersects at the minimum point of average total cost. The price is equal to minimum point of average total cost curve. And if the price is equal to minimum of average total cost, so corresponding to it, we can easily draw the market supply curve of firm, which is horizontal, and this is possible due to free entry and exit in the long run. And the efficient scale in the long run, you can say. And long run equilibrium must have firms operating at their efficient scales. And the efficient scale is marginal cost curve must be passing through minimum of average total cost curve. This point is known as the efficient scale. As they are covering opportunity cost, and also they are moving, they spend to remain in business. So due to this reason, firms want to remain in business because all the opportunity cost being covered, and they are earning normal profit or zero profit there at this point. Now coming to this slide, where the how a shift in demand can affect the price and quantity in short run and in long run under perfectly competitive markets. So in panel A, this one, you can see that increase in demand raises price and quantity in short run, and firms can earn profit because price now exceeds average total cost. There are two panels here, one is for firm and other is for market. In the right panel, we have revenue curve, average total cost curve, and marginal cost, which is passing through the minimum of average total cost curve, and the profit of firm is maximum at point where marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue. On the other side, we have demand curve, which is downward sloping because of law of demand. Here we have two supply curves, one that is horizontal showing supply curve in long run, and other supply curve is positively sloped in short run. Demand and supply intersects each other at point A, which is the equilibrium point at P1 and Q1, and this is the initial condition. Profit maximizing output level occur where marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue here. Here the firm is earning zero economic profit. Now let's suppose that demand for a product increases and demand curve shifts outward. With increase in demand, price also increases from P1 to P2. You can see here. If the demand curve shifts outward, then price also increases from P1 to P2. And as a result, new equilibrium is at point P. This is the new equilibrium level at P2 and quantity, that is Q2. As each firm is price taker in perfectly competitive market, so firm's marginal cost curve and average total cost curve do not change. Initially, firm was earning zero economic profit at price P1. Due to increase in demand, market price increases from P1 to P2, and as a result of this, profit maximizing point is this one. And the shaded area is the profit of firm in short run. This shaded area is the short run profit of firm. And the shaded area is the profit of firm in short run. If the existing firms are earning profit and this encourages new firms to enter, so the long run, so you can say that in long run more firms enter the market because of free entry and exit in perfectly competitive markets. So here is the long run response. When new firms enter the market, that means that number of producers also increase and supply curve shifts to S2. Initially it's S1, now by the entry of new firms, supply curve shifts outward, that is S2, and the price falls again at point S1. You can say that price was P2, but now price decreases to level P1, but the quantity sold has increased to Q3. This one, this is the new quantity, that is Q3. Profit is again zero and firms stop entering the market. Thus, market reaches a new equilibrium at point C. This is the new equilibrium of market in long run. Each firm is again producing at its efficient scale, but because more firms are there in the market now, so the quantity of a produced is produced and sold is now higher. And again the equilibrium point is this one, where marginal cost curve is equal to the minimum of, or where the marginal cost curve intersects the minimum of average total cost curve at this point.